Hi guys, welcome to Multiverse. Today we are going to play with our Flash character. And also today we learned that this week it's going to be Flash Week. So let me finish setting my setting over here and we should be ready to get started very soon. Almost there. Okay. There we go. Oh yeah. So today is Flash. This week is going to be Flash Week from February 8th all the way up to February 14th. It's going to be Flash Appreciation Week or something like that. Hello, Kick Allen. Hello, Prodigy. Hello, DCUO Master. Hello, Eric. Hello, Spider-Verse. So what does that mean, Flash Week? The first thing is that everyone got a nice new speed. The name escapes me right now. Speed Force Spectrum set of gear. I gave it to my Multiverse character, so I won't be able to show it to you over this character. But also, there's a whole bunch of stuff that should be on sale. Let's take a quick look at the marketplace. Yeah, I remember you, Kick. I was wondering why basically the Speedster Skull was back as on the featured page of the marketplace. And then once I looked at the forum, it became crystal clear. This week is Flash Week, so I guess they're hoping to sell a whole bunch of Speedster Skull. And also another thing that seems to be on sale seems to be base items. So the Speedsters, the Flash base items, you can see it's only 126 market cash. And there's a whole bunch of base items. I'm going to take a look at that in just a minute. And there's also Legend, the Flash Legend character. Sadly, as you can see, I already have the Flash character, so I have no idea how expensive the Flash character is right now. I'm not sure if there's other Flash related characters. Been a while since I played any Legends. For the Flash base items pack, we're going to take a quick look at that. Basically, before the Christmas holidays, I purchased a whole bunch of stuff. Or during the Christmas holidays, I should say. And one of those items that I purchased was a Flash base item pack. I still didn't make up my mind with which character I'm going to use this Flash base item pack. But basically, the base item pack comes with one Flash portrait banner, two Narrow Flash Museum columns, two Flash Museum columns, two Flash Museum light posts, two Flash wall light, one Flash wall plate, two Lightning Bolt wall decor, two Flash Museum hanging lights, one Cosmic treadmill, three treadmill related signs, four treadmill related monitors. So you get a whole bunch of stuff in one Flash base item pack. And for as cheap as it is right now, if you ever wanted to purchase those pack, the time is now. And you can see I have a whole bunch of those base items in my base. So you can see here the Flash banner. You can see the the little Flash posts. Actually, you have more than one Flash pack in this base. But you can see what the items actually look like. Those big banners, that doesn't come from the pack. These actually I purchased on the broker. Like you can see that sort of light bright emblem that comes from the Flash pack. Those monitors, that comes from the Flash pack. And more importantly, the Cosmic treadmill. That here comes from the Flash pack. It's probably the main attraction, the main item in the pack. And it's all kinds of awesome, as you can see. I remember when we first saw that Cosmic treadmill in the game, I never thought that we would have it as a base items, and now here we are. I'm trying to find other Flash base items, like that little Flash emblem here. That comes from the Flash pack. And I think we pretty much covered it all. So yeah, you have a whole bunch of items that comes in the Flash pack. And right now it's pretty much dirt cheap. So if you ever wanted to purchase those Flash pack, the time is now. I didn't take a look at the chat just yet. Just give me a minute. How much, Wolves Bay, do you know how much the call is right now? And the same with the legend? Yeah, these are armories. These are my four flash armories. So you can see I have pretty much two somewhat Jay Garrick inspired armories, and I have two Barry Allen armories. I could easily have a lot more. I've been meaning to make a John Fox Future Flash video for quite some time, and every time I just don't. They should make ultimate move for a character? Maybe. No, you cannot transfer PS4 characters to PC. If you play on PS4, sadly you're stuck on PS4. If you play on PC, you're stuck on PC. I have no idea if they'll do something similar for Batman Day. Usually they do stuff for Batman Day. Like last year for Batman Day, we got a couple of hoodies. We got a Batman statue, and I forget what else. So we did get a few goodies for Batman Day. I suspect we'll get more goodies as time goes by. Thank you, Andy. Oh, sure, Costas. If you want to purchase a second layer, what you have to do, you have to go to the marketplace. There's two things you have to do. Okay, the first thing, in order to be able to get a second base, you have to purchase a deed. What the deed will do, the deed will allow you to be able to have a second base in the game. That's the first thing you have to purchase. So you have to pay, here it's 270 market cash. And no, the mask is on sale. We're not getting the mask. So you have to purchase a deed first, and then afterwards you can have a second layer. You don't even have to purchase a second layer. You could use one of the two layers that you get for free. But you can, if you want to purchase other layers, all the layers are right here. You have a cave layer, ancient layer, bunker layer, industrial layer, eastern layer, tech layer, penthouse layer, and sewer layer. If you want to see what the layers actually look like, I already made a video with each of the layer. So you can look at those videos and you'll see what the layers actually look like. So basically, in order to be able to get a second layer, you have to purchase the deed, and obviously you have to use the deed. And for the layer, you could use the free layer again as a second layer if you really wanted to. You could use the free layer that you have. Actually, I could show the layer here a bit. So here, this is the dive. This is the layer that everyone has by default. It's the tiny layer that all the free players can use. There's the tech layer. It's a layer that I'm using with this character, actually. Or is it it? I forget. Actually, I'm using the tech layer with a handful of characters. This is the ancient layer. They did a really good job. Whenever I go into this layer, I almost have an allergy attack because it seems so dusty. There's the sewer layer. There's the eastern layer, the gothic layer, the bunker layer, the deco layer, the cave layer, the penthouse, industrial, and then we're back to the dive. We got the mask for free when they first released it, but it was only for free for a short while for legendary players. Well, you have to purchase the deed, and yes, if you want to purchase a layer is I forget how much. I guess suppose $10. Yeah, I should make a video about the Future Flash. It's on the list of videos to make at some point. Yeah, this is some sort of cosmic flash. I'm using the cosmic material in this character. Any thoughts on Black Panther? I haven't seen the film yet, like everyone. I just saw the trailer, so that's pretty much all I know. So I don't really have any opinion about the Black Panther just yet. I haven't seen the film. I haven't seen the film yet. Before I leave, I might as well check my mainframe just to be sure. No, that's good enough. I barely use the sidekick, so I'm not going to pay the boost. Oh, the Flash helmet, you have to go to... It's a duo. And you have to go to the Flash Museum burglary. So there's 4 briefing or investigation, I forget. Basically, gather all the briefing and investigation in the Flash Museum, and you will receive the Flash helmet by mail. Yeah, I watched the Flash episode, and I'm really tired of Ralph Dibny. I hate how they're trying to be way too jokey. They're trying to turn the show into a comedy, or at least they've been trying to use the show as a comedy show pretty much the whole year. And whenever you see, what drives me nuts is when you hear the music start, boom, boom, you have the bumbling music that start, boom, 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 and then you see Ralph with his, like yesterday you had Ralph with his a goofy friend whom we had never seen before.
Mr. Freeze and his goons are interfering with the Star Sapphires and risking the safety of Gotham City. Head there and assist the Star Sapphires in any way you can.
So yesterday was pretty much a Flash episode with everything I hated about the Flash, the goofy stuff. I used to hate also the whole family drama. Like they were going way too hard, I thought, at some point with family drama. Like oh. But yesterday, with the whole goofy bit with Ralph and his goofy friend, I was like, oh man, it was painful. And then afterwards, the way also they had Ralph turn into his friend. Basically, they're trying to give Ralph a new power where he can literally transform into anyone. You have to wonder though, how does he imitate their voice? And especially yesterday, since he with his friend, yeah, you can almost understand. He knows what his friend sounds like, so somehow he was able to imitate his friend's voice. But the warden, does he know the warden? Did he just saw a picture of the warden and he was able to sound like the warden? I don't know. I know it's but at the end of the day, it's a silly comic book TV show, but they're going way too far into the silly part. Yesterday I hated that episode. The only good thing I liked about the episode was that finally the whole bit about Barry being in prison is finally behind us. I was really getting tired of that. So hopefully we will get back to some more traditional Flash episode that we had in the first or second season. I guess we're gonna have to wait and see. I saw the Venom trailer, or we should say teaser. The main problem I would have with that is that it doesn't tell us anything. Like if you didn't know this was the Venom trailer and we showed you that trailer, would you even know that it's about Venom? Would you even know what it's about? So it seems like for us fans who know, we know that it's the Venom trailer, so we know what it's all about. But for people who don't know the characters, will they know that this is supposed to be Venom, one of Spider-Man's arch enemy? No, he's not in prison. By the end of the episode, they had Ralph essentially transform into the Thinker, and he made the court believe that he was still alive. So Barry never killed him. So since Barry didn't kill him, he shouldn't have been convicted of manslaughter. So that's how they were able to resolve that whole thing. Which I guess is why they wanted to give Ralph shape-changing powers, so that they could use that to resolve the whole bit with Barry in prison. Sorry, I guess I have to plug in the controller. It would be a nice Easter egg if Spider-Man did show up in the Venom movie. At some point, they were saying that it wouldn't happen because the Venom movie wasn't supposed to be in the Marvel universe.
Some suspicious new weapons to his arsenal. His new toxin is
Then at some point, they started teasing that actually Spider-Man could appear in the Venom movie.
as the Joker.
So I guess we're gonna have to wait and see what actually happens.
Batman out.
And if Spider-Man appears in the Venom film, does that mean that Venom could appear in a Marvel film? The truth is, we don't know. I don't think it was Dawn Allen. I think it was what's her name, NXZ or something like that, like from the Legion of Superheroes. Basically, I think it's the granddaughter of Flash, of Barry and Iris, as opposed to Dawn Allen, which is the daughter. I'm not sure where they're going with the Thinker stealing powers like that. Yeah, there's a lot of rumors that Disney could be buying Sony. At this point, it's only rumors, so we're gonna have to wait and see what actually happens. I'm not sure if I have the mission. Why not? In the Legion of Superheroes, they have this speedster whose name I always forget, and basically she's Bart Allen's cousin. So Bart Allen and his cousin both have Barry and Iris as grandparents. Yeah, it was a bit disappointing that they lost. They got rid of a Spectacular Spider-Man. Sadly, that's how it works. Whenever you get a new owner, it means new bosses. It means new agendas, new priorities. Sorry, it drives me nuts. I'll have to look something up. It's XS that she's called. Not sure why I never can recall the name. Basically, there's the speedsters called XS, and she's a member of the Legion of Superheroes, and she's Bart Allen's cousin. I think those symbols are. There's this weird alphabet that the Legion of Superhero has. I think it is those symbols, but I'm not certain. It's been a long time since I saw the quote-unquote Legion Alphabet. So I could be mistaken about that. What did you post to the devs on Twitter, Jeffrey? You posted suggestions or ideas or questions? So that's why you were asking if I had a Twitter account. I have a Twitter account, but I never really used it. I don't really know anyone who uses Twitter, so I never had any real reason to use Twitter. And I know that there's a lot of like comic book creator who kind of use Twitter, but when I see also how they use it, I prefer not to use it. So I never really had a real reason to actually use Twitter.
All units. The Falcone crime family is set to receive a shipment of apocalyptic weaponry at the East End freight yards. This means every costume crazy in town is going to war. Bane, Two-Face, the Penguin, you name it. We're gonna stop Gotham's gang war now and stop it hard. Let's get it done.
Already I have like a Facebook account that I barely use. There was a point in time when I thought that Facebook was pointless, although it became somewhat useful to find people I haven't seen in a long time. But that's pretty much the only use I saw for that. But for Twitter, I don't really know anyone who uses Twitter, and I never really saw a reason to use it myself. So I don't really use Twitter.
No convictions, no arrests.
Roughly the new info I get from the DC Universe forums. There's an announcement section in the forum. Sometimes they'll announce stuff there. There's a thread where they actually talk about, not talk about, but where they actually show more or less what's coming up. So some of the info comes from there. But sometimes people will, I don't know, tell me info that they think is true or like there was the Batman Beyond style. We had some pretty strong hints that the Batman Beyond style was coming to DC Universe Online. There was no real announcement just yet at the time, but through some hints that were given in one of the live streams and through some information that some people seemed to have, it was easy to guess that at some point we would have a Batman Beyond set of gear in the game. So it's a mixture of whatever announcement we have in the announcement section and some guesstimation on what seems to be coming in the game.
Ice cream turned out to be a more successful experiment.
I try to do the Sea of Love at least once a day. So by the end of the event, I should probably have like 1 billion little statues of Mera and Aquaman.
I can remember the first time Arthur offered me dry land food.
How much money for 1,000 market cash? That's worth $10, I think.
Poseidon's beard. Since then, I have become more than vocal about my fondness for banana splits.
Yeah, Batman Nightfall could be a fun event. As for them listening more on Twitter, they sometimes they listen, sometimes they don't. There's this famous quote that Morgan Freeman says in Deep Impact, which I think also applies to the devs in DC Universe Online, is that at some point Morgan Freeman mentions that he believes that God hears all the prayers, even if sometimes the answer is no. So yeah, people can ask for stuff. People can ask for various things, for changes. People can ask for anything. But at the end of the day, the devs will decide if they want to do it or not. There are things that people could ask that doesn't fit at all with their plans, and they decide, no, we're not going to do that. There are things that people could mention that the devs are already planning to make. So sometimes if people mention something that the devs are already in the process of doing, it could give the illusion that the devs are listening to players. If sometimes people mention something that goes totally against something that the devs are planning, could give the illusion that the devs are not listening to players. So it's I don't think it's cut and dry. I think it's sometimes they'll listen to some of the stuff that people will mention, and sometimes they won't listen and they'll stick to what they were planning to make.
Despite his legendary temper. I, however, have my own point of view on
For the Superman emblem, there's a lot of choices. So if they don't give us a Superman emblem, it's not because there's no choice or there's no options. There's a lot of options when it comes to Superman emblems. They could give us an emblem for Superman from the 50s, Superman, the Christopher Reeve Superman, the John Byrne Superman, the Red Sun Superman,
They should sooner try to
the Superman from Justice League Beyond. There's so many Superman from Kingdom Come. So there's a lot there's a lot of emblems that they could give us when it comes to Superman. They could give us a Bizarro emblem. They could give us. So there's a whole bunch of options that they could give us. But the only thing is what will they finally give us? What will they decide to finally give us?
strangers to this. But it is not our mistakes that define us. We have weathered storms and rode waves
I forgot one.
miles high and have come through stronger for this. Never forget, an untested love.
But if we do get a Superman emblem, Jeffrey, you'll get a gold star from all of us. I promise.
Years as a superhero, I was surrounded by individuals who are the
I'm sure it'll be in no small part thanks to
they are
you asking the devs.
idolized and even desired by everyone around them. Relationships
Like I'm sure the devs know that people want a Superman emblem, but having a reminder from players once in a while never hurts.
indiscretions over the years of marriage. No one on land or sea could ever come between Mara and I for long. We are like
You have to go back to Mogo. Remember, there's an NPC you have to talk to.
grand
It's
design.
been a while, so from memory, I really don't remember. But go back to Mogo. If it says to go to Mogo, go back to Mogo, and maybe there's an NPC you have to talk to. Well, it would be nice to get a whole range of Superman emblems so that we could have options.
This is truly a testament to the love Arthur and I have shared. Thank you and happy Valentine's
I would give everyone all the emblems in the game, plus all the Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, all the emblems in this universe ever. So as you saw, once you complete the Sea of Love, I made a video about that already, but just in case, you do get a nice... Oh, where is it? No! Oh, there it is. So we got a message in a bottle. Let's see what we got from that little bottle. A royal wedding favor. Oh, well. Some of you were asking where to get the collection. That's in one place. Mara actually gives you one of the collections. I'm not sure if it's always the same or if it's random. I didn't really pay attention. But also, as you gather collections in the open world, you have a chance of getting collections for the big Aquaman and Mara statue. And of course, once you finish the Sea of Love, Mara gives you a little version of the Aquaman and Mara statue. Well, technically, you can use the Flash emblem and just change the colors. Yeah, it's not exactly a reverse Flash emblem. Who knows, maybe at some point in time they will give us a reverse Flash emblem. I guess we'll have to wait and see for that. Not sure what to suggest, Prodigy. I would have to see what you're seeing. Yeah, I have a whole bunch of the little ones myself. I bought a few things for one of my lair. I bought the theater screen. I had a few theater benches. The Kryptonian ship could be fun to have. We have the Alexander Luthor ship. No, it would be fun to have the actual Superman Kryptonian ship. If you have a collection that is worth like 90 million, you should wait a bit. You should have built your cash a bit and then try to sell it. You don't have to sell it for 90 million, but you could have sold it easily for 50 millions. But in order to be able to sell it for 50 millions, you would have had to build up your cash to be able to pay the broker fee. Hello, Greg.
4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Ah. They're so mean, knocking me off course like that. No. Oh yeah. With this little guy, I don't have that much. I probably have, yeah, I have just a handful. And I guess last but not least, we'll try the Love's Battlefield. That was quick. Ah, lucky you, Costas. Yeah, the Red Hood jacket, you get it from either the Hall of Doom or the Watchtower, depending if you're a hero or villain. Since we already have a healer, I'll stay as a
We
DPS.
have to take down Freeze and destroy this technology before it's too late. Let's go.
You're going to regret ever coming in here. I've already begun upgrading. In fact,
Just stick around, Salt Guy. I'll show you where to get the
Our crystals are powering that contraption. Destroy it.
Yeah, you need the appropriate CR to be able to purchase the gear. But I will start by showing you where the gear is, so that you can actually purchase it. I'm not sure. I would have to check.
Well, now that you've cooled off Mr. Freeze, the Star Sapphires can get back to bringing a little joy to the city. Thanks, pal. I know Carol will appreciate it.
I'm impressed. You really are an ally of love. I'll take these crystals back to Zamaron where they'll be safe.
Let's teleport directly to the HQ. Yeah, the Phoenix material is hard to get. I was only able to get it on this one character. I'm still trying to get it for at least another of my characters. I guess we'll have to wait and see. There's a cosmic material also I wish I could have on more characters, but it took a lot of work to get it on. I have it on like 3 characters right now, and it required a lot of work, so I'm not sure if I'll ever get it on other characters. What I'm hoping for is that someday, many years from now, we'll have the option to be able to purchase the style from one of our characters. So I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to purchase, let's say, the cosmic material on all my characters. I guess we'll have to wait and see. So for the Red Hood set of gear, you have to purchase it from this little guy here. But sadly, as you're going to see, my character is like combat rating 139, and I'm not high enough to be able to see the gear. So you probably have to be combat rating, I don't know, 150 or something like that, in order to be able to purchase the Red Hood set of gear from this little guy. There's also a similar vendor in the Hall of Doom if you're a villain. For the static shock, yeah, even the static shock gear at 130, 139, I can't see the gear. So right now I can see this is the purple lantern gear. Yeah. So I can see this set of gear right now. And I can see the shock jock set of gear. Oh, I don't even have the... I barely started buying the shock jock with this character. Oh, I guess I could buy the pants though. Let's do that. Why do I want to buy the pants, says you? I'll show you right now. Also, if you, in case you didn't notice, the prices on the vendors have changed. Bat Aura, who knows? Maybe someday. Maybe at Batman Day next time. Yeah, sorry, Summer Kids. When I'm doing something else and people invite me to group, usually I'll say no by default. Like if I'm in the middle of doing a transaction with a vendor, or in the middle of doing explaining something to players, usually I'll click no by default. So give me just 5 minutes and then invite me again. I'll tell you when. And I got some mail. Let's see what we got. Ah, that's so sweet. So in case you don't know, this is the emblem I got thanks to completing the race for the Valentine seasonal. Oh, I already have it. I'm so sad now. I'm not sure why I already have it, but oh well. So why did I want to get those pants? Yeah, just give me 5 minutes, Shariar. So you can see I have a J. Garrick Armory. I only have the top of the shock jock. I didn't have the pants. I was using the electric pants. So now I'm going to be able to switch to my PvP. It's basically my PvP armory. So now I should be able to equip the pants that matches with the chest piece. Oh yeah. There's the weird yellow thing to the side of the hip, but nah, that'll do. And before I forget, we're going to switch our mod. At this stage, there's no point in using anything other than some beta mods. I guess we have a. There we go. We got some crap. I hate when that happens. Let's go for this one. It's only beta mods, so it doesn't really matter which one you take. As long as you get the right color, everything else doesn't matter. Oh yeah. If you're wondering why I put a beta mod, it's not for the 23 health or 9 might or 9 weaponization. It's more like for the 23 restoration thanks to the socket affinity bonus. And as you can see, I have a whole bunch of white mods that I need to redistribute to my characters. Okay guys, if you want to group, now's the time. Oh. There's a lot of stuff that could be fun to get. You have to be like 130 before you can actually purchase the shock jock. 130, 130. I think it's even 134. Let me check. If I'm not mistaken, you can get the shock jock, I think around this time. Or maybe actually more. Here we go. Yeah, I think you have to be 134 before you can get the shock jock. So it's around the time that you qualify for the Flash Museum. That's about the time where you can actually gain access to the shock jock. Uh, Summer Kid already invited me. If you want to join the group, send a tell to Summer Kid. What's your character, Sheryar? Remind me. Tell me your character, and I'll invite you, and we'll go play some group players, some group missions. Yeah, league halls are pretty empty, sadly. Ace 786. It says player not found. Are you on the US server or on the European server? Ace 786. It says player not found. You're probably not playing on the same server as we are, Sharyar. Are you playing on the European server? We're playing on the US server. And if you're playing on Xbox or if you're playing on the European servers, we can't invite you. That's why. Sorry, Azim, we can't invite you. Maybe next time. So today, let's take the opportunity to farm for catalyst. One comment I see from time to time is that people are saying that it's very difficult to get in missions to farm for catalyst because people aren't playing those missions. The thing is, most people will play those missions on Thursday. Like as soon as we get the reset on Thursday, Friday, that's when a lot of people will play the missions to get the catalyst. Maybe Saturday, but if you try to get to play the missions for the catalyst on let's say Monday or Tuesday, yeah, it could still happen, but odds are people already have those catalysts. Someone got an ice suit. I would have to show the Riddler on another character. I'll try to show it to you at the end of the stream. So before logging off, I'll just switch character, and I'll try to show you the character. Yeah, sadly with time capsules, sometimes you can open a lot of them and not get anything rare. Sadly, it happens. Which is why I know that I probably sound crazy when I say that, but usually that's why I suggest to people that if you're missing like one collection to get, let's say, the Phoenix material, just buy the collection on the broker. Don't try opening 100 time capsules hoping to get the collection you need. Odds are, even if you open 120, 200 time capsules, if you're really unlucky, it could happen that you don't get the collection you're looking for. And even if you're not looking for the rare collection, the odds of getting the collection you want, again, very slim.
A victim comes to the slaughter. Send them to their death.
The collection is, I forget. I would have to look it up. It's Born of Fire or something like that. Well, you cannot share the boxes, but you can share what's in them. So it doesn't really matter which character has the box. You open the box, and then whatever you get from the box, you should be able to trade it to another character.
Did you enter here, infidel? I am Rachel Gould, and this temple is not visible on any map. And you arrive just as my rite begins to flood the earth and leave only the worthy alive.
So if you get a box with a character, just open it. And if you want to give the style to another character, you can do that. I do that all the time. That's how I manage sometimes to get villain styles on hero characters or vice versa. Ah, crap. No, it can always be shared, whether you collected it or not. You can always share the items. Of course, if you give it to a character that already has the item, is not going to be able to consume it. But you can share it to any character you want. Or any of your character on your account. Having the mentor as backup could be a fun idea. I wish we could have different backups. Actually, I wish we could customize our backups so that whatever styles we gather with, let's say, with our character, we could use for our backups, maybe, or even better, maybe if we could use our alternate characters with as backup. Like imagine if I'm playing with my Flash character right now. I know I'm using, let's say, my multiverse character as one of my backup. That could be fun, or as the sidekick. But yeah, there's a lot of options that could be fun, like the mentors, that could be a fun option. Or let's say you're playing a Green Lantern character and you can summon 3 Green Lantern as backup to help you out. That could be fun too. Almost there. Stay on target. There's a lot of things and a lot of options that could be added to the backups or to the sidekick. It's just a matter, I guess, of seeing what they're actually going to do.
Intruders! Students of death, protect the sacred temple! First line of assault, attack!
No, I've watched the first 3 episodes of Black Lightning. And I think that's going to be it for me. I really don't like that show. The whole family drama pretty much drives me nuts. The whole family bit already was driving me nuts with the Flash when they were overdoing it a bit. And with Black Lightning, it's they have the same family drama but times 10. Because the whole drama is around Black Lightning who wants to protect his daughters and Black Lightning trying to get back with his ex-wife and all that. I hate that. And also I really don't like the music. So I don't want to keep on complaining about that show. So I'm not gonna watch that show. Hello, Neptune. So I'm not going to watch Black Lightning anymore, and even The Flash. I was really annoyed by yesterday's episode of The Flash. I hope they course correct, and I hope they stop. I hope they stop trying to turn The Flash into a bumbling show. Whenever I hear that freaking music with Ralph Dibny, like boop 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 boop, it drives me nuts. I'm like, what is this supposed to be? Like a comedy? I hate when they do that. So even with Flash, my patience is wearing thin with that show. There was a few good episodes, but sadly there wasn't many good episodes of the Flash this year, and I find that a bit disappointing, let's say. No, I much prefer Arrow. Even though Arrow, I realized last episode that I was giving Arrow too much credit. Like there was a whole bunch of intrigue that I imagined they would go for after the reveal, after the last episode before the holidays. And then when they came back from the holidays, it turns out that a lot of the things that I was giving them credits for actually will never happen. Like I thought they were going to use Vigilante in a much different way, and then they just ended up using him so that Black Canary could be mad at Oliver because he died essentially. Like basically, they just used the vigilante so that Black Canary could be mad at Oliver, and I thought they would do so much more than that with the character. So I realized that a lot of the things there's a lot of things that I thought they would do. It turns out it was just me imagining that what they would do as opposed to what they were actually doing. If it makes any sense. So I'm not going to watch Black Lightning anymore, and I'm very close to not watch The Flash anymore. So I'm gonna wait a couple of more episodes for The Flash to see where it's going. But I really hope they stop focusing so much on Ralph Dibny, and I really hope they stop doing the whole bumbling idiot storyline. I'm really tired of that. Yeah, it was wishful thinking. Yeah, that's quite correct. Like there were things that I thought they were planting. I thought they were planting seeds for future storylines with Vigilante, and it turns out that no, they weren't planting anything. The seeds that I was seeing didn't exist. It was just me imagining those. So I was giving them more credit than they deserved, I suppose. We don't know about Arrow. There's no reason to think that they won't come back for one more season. But then again, you never know. The ratings this year pretty much did go down quite a bit for a few of those TV shows. So I don't know if we're seeing maybe the beginning of the end for the Arrow universe. Yeah, seeing Earth 19 Flash, that would be fun. The thing is, there's still a lot of things they could do with Arrow or even the Flash. But then again, it depends on what they're allowed to do, and also what they're planning to do. And of course, there's also the actors. Usually, the actors will have their own agendas. So if maybe the actors are planning, I don't know, something else. Like sometimes you'll see actors leave a TV show because they're trying to launch a movie career. And usually it'll be a mistake, but once in a while it'll happen, sadly. Like basically that's why the X-Files originally lost Fox Mulder. The actor playing Fox Mulder at some point wanted to launch his movie career, and sadly his movie career didn't go anywhere. So he pretty much lost the X-Files for no good reason. But then he had his other show, Californication or something like that. Yeah, that is true, and sooner or later, everything ends. I'm not sure what happened to Summer Kid. I don't think the Green Lantern thing, I think, is only a rumor. I don't think they're going to do that. There's quite a few reasons why bringing a Green Lantern to a TV show not really a good idea. Like they even got rid of Firestorm from Legends of Tomorrow. And my guess is that they realized that Firestorm was a little too expensive for their budget. It was fine in the Flash when Firestorm would appear in maybe 2 episodes in the whole season. But with Legends of Tomorrow, technically you have a Firestorm every episode. So every episode you have to find reasons for Stein and Jackson not to become Firestorm. Because whenever they do become Firestorm, it becomes expensive.
My nearest touch is death. Yeah. Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of rumors about Smallville. I don't think that's true. What's coming up is they have this new show called Metropolis. That is what's coming up. There's going to be the new Krypton series, but they're also working on a Metropolis series. Basically, it's going to be the adventures of Lois and Lex Luthor before Superman. So they're going to make it so that Lex and Lois were somewhat of an item before Superman, and they're going to sort of investigate fringe events that will happen in Metropolis. I think Gotham comes back after the Olympics or something. Gotham comes back pretty late, like in March or something, like mid-March or something like that. Although strangely enough, I don't miss that show. Like it's been like months now that we didn't have an episode of Gotham, and I pretty much forgot about that show.
You defeated the others, but I shall never fall.
From what we can understand, they're going to make a Green Lantern movie, kind of like Lethal Weapon. Like it's going to be like a buddy cop movie, but in space. Will it be good? We have no idea. And that's what they're planning right now. And as we all know, plans changes. So we're gonna have to wait and see what actually happens. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if they make it so that before Superman, Lex was actually the Metropolis hero, and that he was going out with Lois before Superman, and then Superman came along and became the new Metropolis hero, and maybe stole Lois from him. So. But then again, we don't know. We don't really know if that's what's going to happen. All we really know is that they're going to have a show called Metropolis, and that it's going to be like Luthor and Lois Lane investigating fringe events. The worst part is that we had the Green Lantern movie should have been a good movie. We should have we had everything to have a good Green Lantern movie. We had an awesome Sinestro. Ryan Reynolds was fine as Green Lantern. Yeah, he was trying to be too jokey, but that's the producers that made that choice. I'm not sure why. For some reason, some producers in Hollywood thought that Green Lantern meant jokey. Like at first they wanted to make it a full-blown comedy with Jack Black. So I'm not sure who in Hollywood thought, hey, Green Lantern equals jokey jokey, but anyway, it seems to be. Sometimes producers have the weirdest ideas. And also right now we keep on hearing how there's going to be a Joker standalone movie. And right now it would seem that the lead, the person who's in the lead to play the Joker in that movie is Joaquin Phoenix. Which is another questionable decision. Like, is there going to be two Jokers, Joaquin Phoenix and Jared Leto? Are they going to get rid of Jared Leto? Yeah, the Enhanced Speed Force Spectrum gear looks fine. I don't think I'm going to use it, or at least most of it. But the truth is, the same is true with the Spectrum Spectre gear, generally speaking. I only use a few pieces of the Spectrum gear on a handful of characters. So I see no reason to do differently with the enhanced version.
Rise, purified with the fire of death.
Well, Jack Black as a hero, I could almost imagine it. But not as Green Lantern. Which is what they were trying to do. Not sure why Summer Kid is not helping us. I'm not sure why they made those decisions in Justice League. Again, it's those weird decisions that producer makes that you have to scratch your head wondering why did they do that. Personally, I hated. I really didn't like Jared Leto as the Joker, so I wouldn't be sad if they replace him. But that's the thing, is that they should replace him. Don't have two Jokers. If you want a new Joker, that's fine. Replace Jared Leto with Joaquin Phoenix, but don't have Jared Leto and Joaquin Phoenix both playing the Joker in different movies. Just a fair warning, whenever you fight Ra's al Ghul, don't lower his hit point too fast. If you kill him too quickly, sometimes you glitch for Ra's al Ghul. You have to take him down slowly so that once he goes down, he can then transition to his second form, which we're seeing right now. If you take him down too quickly, sometimes you glitch him, and then afterwards you can no longer target him. So you have to be careful not to glitch Ra's al Ghul by trying to defeat him too quickly. Don't hesitate to take 1 or 2 extra minutes to make sure that you don't glitch Ra's al Ghul, and to make sure that you don't end up in a situation where you will not be able to target him anymore. I know that a lot of players usually are in a hurry, they want to kill the boss in 1 second if they can, but sometimes when you do that you end up glitching the boss. So don't hesitate to take 30 seconds, a minute if you have to take down the boss. Did we ever see Jack Black and Adam Sandler's in the same movie together? I don't recall seeing something like that. That could be fun, I suppose.
Not bad. You'll never get the best of me.
Yeah, Batman Telltale movie could be fun, I suppose. Although I still have the I have the Telltale game that I downloaded, and I still did not play it just yet. So I really have to find some time to play that game. Oh, I'm so sad. Blesk has the most damage done, the most boss damage done. I should probably make a video about the new scorecard. As you can see, it's pretty neat the way you have all those stats, and how they've added a few extra stats even in the mix. I haven't seen Batman Ninja yet. It looks promising, but sometimes trailers are misleading. Sometimes what seems like it could be a good movie ends up being not so good. So the truth is, we don't really know. So we're gonna have to wait. We're gonna have to wait until we actually see the film to pass judgment. Sorry, Donnie7. I have no idea what you're saying. For Batman Ninja, it looks promising, but as I said, I haven't seen the film just yet, so not sure. As for a Batman Year One movie, yeah, that could be fun. Although technically, that's pretty much what Batman Begin was, and it pretty much started as Batman Year One, and it evolved into Batman Begins. But there was a lot of Batman Year One in Batman Begins, just as there was a lot of Dark Knight Returns in the Dark Knight Rises. So which I was a bit surprised when they decided to lift even more stuff from Batman from Dark Knight Returns in Batman v Superman. This early on, you have to be careful about the Rotten Tomatoes score. Usually, what happens is that the early on, those who vote are the Uber fans. As a rule of thumb, the score for Rotten Tomatoes should go down the closer we get to the release date, and usually, roughly, it should go down at least at 10 points about a week after the release date. So we have to be careful a bit with Rotten Tomatoes. Like as time goes by, studios pretty much learned how to play the system with Rotten Tomatoes. So we have to be a bit careful about that. That should free some room. Sorry guys, just taking a minute to sort a few things. No. I'll be just right back. Just give me a second, guys. Oh, hello, Abdullah. So let's give a little bow to everyone. And a little wave also. So we're going to stop with this little guy here. Let's go back to our base for just 1 second. So Erica was asking to see the Riddler style. So I'm going to switch to my multiverse character. And we'll take a quick look at that style. What style do I want next? Well, obviously everyone wants a Superman style. People have been asking and asking and asking for that. I know that we have an upcoming style with Mera, the Queen of Atlantis. We have an upcoming style with what's his name, Black Manta, and we have an upcoming style. I forget. Swift Drift or something like that, which has to do with the upcoming DLC. So we do have a few styles that we know that are coming up. I guess an official Jay Garrick style could be fun, like an official chest piece, and maybe even some pants, why not? But of course, the style that everyone is waiting for is the Superman style. People have been asking for that. So if we can get a Superman set of gear, that would be awesome. At the very least, they have to give us a Superman emblem. So if at the release we can get a Superman emblem, I think that will make at least some people happy. But obviously, if we could get not just an emblem, but either various emblems or even better, various set of gear, that would be awesome. I don't think you can get a refund. Sorry, Donnie7. The only thing you can get is that once you get your PS4, then you're going to be able to import your PS3 characters or your PS3 account to your PS4. Technically, it's all the same account, but the only thing is that you're going to be able to play your PS3 characters on your PS4. It's about as close to some sort of to what you can get. So as you guys can see, I'm starting to build a mini theater. Not sure. I still need quite a few things before I can do that. So let's switch to the Riddler set of gear. There's a bit of lag, sadly. So here we have the Riddler aura. The little hat. I don't think there's a Riddler mask. That's alright. The full domino will do the trick fine. The full domino is the Riddler mask. So Donnie, sadly, no refund. Not sure if it's clear enough. No problem. So this is pretty much the Riddler gear with the style. Obviously, if you want an official Riddler, then you have to use green and purple. You have to. There's no choice. It's a little. That should do it. Let's try purple. Oh yeah. Sorry about that. So there we go. We pretty much. Let's change the waist. So this is pretty much the Riddler set of gear. And let's change the eyes. There we go. I don't have a staff with this character, and I don't know if there is a Riddler staff as a weapon. So this is pretty much the Riddler style that we can have in the Riddle with Crime event, not event, DLC. Of course, one thing you can do is you can use, instead of the chest piece, you could use a t-shirt and the official Riddler emblem. Where's the t-shirt? Oh, there we go. Actually, let's go for the enhanced version, because why not? Like if somehow the t-shirt doesn't do the trick for you, if somehow the official Riddler chest doesn't do the trick, the t-shirt with the Riddler emblem could work well enough. Yeah, I suppose. Well, he is in the Hall of Doom, but all he does is give you a mission. Any new things to purchase for free? I'm not sure exactly. Let's take a quick look at the broker. And the chest of the Stalwart Defender chest, yeah, 4.5. let's see price ascending. And there's a whole bunch of stuff you can purchase even as a free player, but not that much, sadly. And there's still a whole bunch of collections you can buy as a free player. And right now, as I mentioned, on the marketplace, you're welcome, Eric. Right now on the marketplace, there's a few things we have that are pretty inexpensive. One of those would be the flash-based items. Again, like for 126 marketplace cash, which is pretty much $1.25. If you're a legendary player, if you're a free-to-play player or a premium player, add the 10% to that. But right now, the flash-based items are dirt cheap. So if you ever wanted to purchase the flash-based items, the time is now. Those are really inexpensive right now. There's a lot of characters that could be mentors. For the lanterns, you could have Hal Jordan, Jon Stewart, Kyle Rayner, Guy Gardner as mentors for all the lanterns. For the evil lanterns, then yeah, you could have Carol Ferris, you could have Sinestro, you could have Atrocitus. You could have a whole bunch of evil villain characters, and even characters like the Riddler could be a mentor in the Hall of Doom. You could have, well, technically you already have the Joker as a mentor, but you don't really see him. You could have Harley Quinn as a mentor. You could have there's a whole bunch of stuff they could have made for the mentor. Like you could have Zoom as a mentor for the speedsters when they added lightning strikes to the game. So there's so many things they could have done differently. Sadly, they made choices when they started working in the game, when they created the game. They made choices that pretty much decided the direction the game would take for certain things. Like the direction the game took with the mentors was decided a long time ago, and sadly, the way the mentors have been added to this universe online. Once you reach level 30, your mentor doesn't matter. Your mentor only matters for the first 30 levels, and afterwards, it doesn't really matter who your mentor is. Technically, they could have made a system where once you reach level 30, maybe you could have become the mentor of a low-level player. Like once you reach level 30, maybe you could have become the mentor of a level 4 character fresh out of the Brainiac ship. So that they could have done a whole bunch of different stuff with the mentors. Sadly, that wasn't meant to be. Afternoon. Over here it's 6:45, so the afternoon is pretty much done for us. But it's nice to see people from all over the world. Rolex. Thank you, Costas. So I think that is going to be it for now, guys. So again, this week, for those who don't know, for those who just joined us, or maybe you guys didn't get the chance to watch my other videos today, this week is going to be Flash Week. So go get your enhanced version of the Speed Force Spectrum suit that is free for everyone, whether you're legendary, whether you're free to play, whether you're premium. There's a nice Speed Force Spectrum set of style that is waiting for you. Well, she was evil for a long time. She was one of the enemy of Hal Jordan for quite a while. So for me, when I think of the Star Sapphire, I sadly see them as evil by default. It's all right. Hopefully, I'll see you next time. I don't think there'll be a Speed Force event, but this week, basically, for those who didn't purchase the Flash Call is on sale. I have no idea how much it is. There's also the Flash-based items that are on sale. So if you wanted to purchase a whole bunch of Flash-based items, this week is a good week to do so. The Flash Legend character is also on sale. I have no idea how much. I bought it on sale during the Christmas seasonal. So I didn't realize it would be on sale again this soon. And again, there's the Speed Force Spectrum that is given to everyone. So I say a lot of things in my previous videos. So don't go watch that video if you're not certain. And that's going to be it for now, guys. Carol isn't crazy right now, but you never know when she'll go crazy or not again. But again, the Star Sapphire character, for me, the first time I saw that character, it was an evil character. It was a villain in the Green Lantern in the Green Lantern comic book series. And that's pretty much how I came to think of the Star Sapphire. When Jeff Jones decided to create a whole bunch of new Lantern Corps, he decided to take a few of Green Lantern's enemies, and instead of having them being unique enemies, he made them member of a corps. Like basically, he made Carol Ferris a member of the Star Sapphire Corps. He made Black Hand a member of the Black Lantern Corps. He made there was Atrocitus that was introduced just as some evil guy who had pretty much ended up being the cause of death for Abin Sur. And he ended up making that character the leader of the Red Lantern Corps. He made Sinestro the leader of the Yellow Lantern Corps, and so on and so on. But again, for me, the first time I saw Carol Ferris, the first time I saw Star Sapphire, it was as an evil Green Lantern villain. So that's pretty much always how I think of her. So that's going to be it for today, guys. So I might make another video tonight. If not, I'll make more tomorrow. So that's it for now, guys. So as always, thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time. DC ignored you? How did they do that? I missed your question, Waterman. She's evil when controlled? Well, that's yeah, but she was evil at some point. So again, for me, Carol Ferris, Star Sapphire is an evil character. So that's it for now, guys. So as always, thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye, guys.